Hey guys, Christos here, welcome back for another video. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing 5 free tools that you can use that can help you along with your investing journey into the stock market. Like I said, every single one of these tools are completely free, and I personally believe each single one serves a different purpose, and I use all of these tools pretty much on a weekly basis. So without saying anything else, the only thing that I do ask is for you to like this video, as it really helps push this video out to more people. Having said all that, let's jump straight into it. Alright, so the first tool that I use that is completely free is a website called finance.yahoo.com, so Yahoo Finance, and this is pretty much the go-to website for me when I'm doing any kind of initial stock research on any company. What I really like about this tool is the simple layout that it has. Basically, as you can see here, we've picked a favorite stock of mine, which is Tattoo Chef. What you are presented with when you first search for a stock up here is its kind of stock summary, and this is a really good view that you can just take on and just see everything that you need to know from an overview point of view of the stock. Another really good thing that I like about this tool is the layout and how easy it is to find anything you want. So for example, we could go ahead and click on statistics over here, and that would just bring up some stats about the stock. You can see the short interest on the stock, you can see the profit margin, you can see the highs, the lows, the forward PEs, the trading PEs, everything that you need to know from a essentials point of view of this stock you can find on Yahoo Finance. Another thing that I use quite a lot is checking out the financials. I use Yahoo Finance to do this quite a lot because simply I believe it's broken down in the easiest to read way. And as you can see here, you can check the income statements for a company. You can do it either annually or quarterly. You can check the balance sheet and the cash flow. I'm not going to go into it too much, but just looking at it overall, Yahoo Finance is an extremely easy and free website that you can use for beginners and pretty much any kind of investor. Next up, we have one that I've only recently just discovered, but I absolutely love the layout of it, and that is simply Wall Street. And basically what I've been using this for recently is to do my full analysis of the stocks that I'm interested in investing in. One thing I absolutely love about this site is the layout when it comes to doing your full analysis, and this is simply an analysis tool. As you can see, once again, I've searched for Tattoo Chef, and this is the company profile, and as you can see down the left hand side, it has everything that you should really be going through to make sure you are doing the full analysis of this stock, and I absolutely love it. So just taking a scroll through it, we have the executive summary, so pretty much just an overview of the stock. You have some charts here, which is quite cool. Just going down, you've got some share price and news, you've got a valuation of the stock, you've got future growth, you've got past performance. Let's just click on a few here. It lets you know if there's been dividends. And what I really do like about this site is that they really have made this laid out for beginner and retail investors, in my personal opinion. There isn't any stats that you have to go and find. You do not need to know what something means. It is all here and explained for you, and it's just a really, really good website. One thing I will mention about this is, whilst I did say that this was a free site to use, which it is, it only allows you to track up to 5 companies every single month, which in my opinion I think is fine, because I don't think you should be, especially as a beginner, overwhelming yourself with too many companies. It's really good to keep a nice and tight portfolio of companies that you're investing in. One thing you could potentially do is do all of your initial searching and researching on Yahoo Finance, which is obviously completely free no matter what. And then when you find a company that you want to dive deeper into, that's when you can bring it over to simply Wall Street and have it as one of your 5 companies that month. If you did want to get access to more companies that you can fully research every month, of course you can upgrade to the premium account at £8 a month, and this basically allows you to track up to 30 companies per month, or maybe you can even go up to the unlimited version for £16 a month, and pretty much you get unlimited of everything. Either way, this is a really, really good site to use. It's really, really good for beginners in terms of understanding the process of researching fundamentals of a stock, and it's one that I definitely recommend. Next up, we have Investopedia, and one thing that I have used this for pretty much the entire time that I have been involved with investing is pretty much education to me. It has the name Investopedia for a reason, and it is simply the Wikipedia of the investing world. And one thing that I use this pretty much for on a weekly basis is, as an investor that is relatively new to the game, I've been involved for about 4 years, I am always coming across new terms, and I use the dictionary of Investopedia all the time to pretty much just find out what something means. So let's use an example. We wanted to find out what a 10K was. You just click on 10K and it will give you a full description and a really easy to understand breakdown on what that actually means. So use this as your dictionary for your investing terms. You can pretty much learn everything you need to know within this education tab about investing. Investopedia, great free tool to use. Next up, we have FinViz, and boy, this is a good website to use, especially if you're looking for the bigger picture of something. And pretty much every investing YouTuber that has some kind of credibility about them, I have seen using this website. It's how I found out about it when I first started getting involved with investing. And I think this is just a brilliant site, and I use this for pretty much everything. But one thing that I really do use this for is getting an overview of the S&P 500. If we go ahead and click on the map section, what it does is gives you this brilliant chart here where you can literally see all the companies in the S&P 500, and it's all broken down into their different sectors. And as you can see, this is actually active right now because we are during market hours. And you can see the technology sector, how that's performing. You can see that the restaurant markets are down at the moment. You can see real estate is up today, and you can obviously go ahead and click into these and find out more information. You can see other things like the world markets. If we just click on that, you can see an overview of all the other different markets across the world. So of course we've got the United Kingdom with the FTSEs, you've got the Canadian market, you've got the Chinese market. Really good website to get a nice overview of everything, and the trackers on them I think are absolutely brilliant. One thing it also has is the Forex trackers, and I think this is displayed absolutely brilliantly. You can see exactly what is going on with really easy to see and easy on the eye displays. Another thing that it has is of course crypto, which is obviously very good as well. You can see exactly all of the main cryptocurrencies and how they are performing. But one thing I also do use FinViz a lot for is simply the news tracker. Now, one thing that I do hear quite a lot, and one thing that I completely agree with, is that the Bloomberg terminal is way too expensive for the majority of retail investors, and I couldn't agree more. But one thing that that application does have that is absolutely brilliant, and I've seen it myself, is the news feature, where they pretty much have a feed coming from all the top verified sources on news across different stock markets. And I personally believe FinViz is the next best option to this. So as you can see, we have our main websites. So we've got Yahoo, we've got the Telegraph here, we've got Bloomberg itself, and one thing that you can do is just sift through all of these and look for the different news articles that you're looking for. All it takes is a simple Control F on your keyboard and search the term that you want to look for, and it will come up. Let's type in Apple to see if anything comes up for Apple. Typical me, nothing comes up, but let's go for Reddit stocks. There you go, the second one up there. Will the Reddit revolution continue? So that's one way that you can search for news on this, and it's just a constant feed coming through. So FinViz, really good site for multiple reasons, but what I mainly use it for is the map section to see an overview, and I do like to check on crypto and Forex through this one as well. Now, the final free tool that I want to talk to you about today is something that I have actually downloaded natively on my MacBook. You can do this on Windows as well, and that is the WeBull Console. Now, one thing you're probably thinking is that if you are watching this video from the UK, you cannot go ahead and invest into stocks with WeBull because it is an American company. But what they have done is made their application available to UK investors, and that is all I use it for, is pretty much analysis. And the thing I probably use it most for is just simply to have it docked on the side throughout my working day. I can pretty much get on with whatever I want because I've got a free screen setup, but obviously if you want to dock it on a second screen, that's more than fine as well. I just have it sat there all day, and as you can see, the stock market is open like we spoke about, and I can basically just keep an eye on all my different companies. I can go ahead here and click on a company, and what will happen is, because I've customized my console, I can see a quick overview of the company on how it's doing. Obviously we can see the chart and do a little bit of technical analysis, which I don't really do too much at all because I'm very much a fundamental investor. But once again, you can see a breakdown of news for that company. Like I was saying with FinViz, it's just a general news news ticker, what you can actually do here is click on each of your companies and the news will change based on that company. So this is a really good way that I actually like to keep up with the stocks that I'm currently invested in, and maybe do a little bit of technical analysis here and there, but nothing too much. Other than that, it's just something that I have sat on the side. I think it's a really cool platform just to keep an eye out and just look at from time to time. Of course, it does have many other features and can pretty much do anything that all of the other previous applications and tools do that I've spoken about. Like I said, you can check options, you can check the financials, but personally, in my opinion, I believe that Yahoo Finance and Simply Wall Street display their financials a little bit better, and it's a little bit harder to read on here because everything's so small and stuff like that. But this is a brilliant all-round tool that you can use to do analysis on stocks. You can check the news, you can check the charts, you can pretty much do anything, but I personally just use it as something that I can just keep track on all of my companies. So there you have it, guys. There are 5 free tools that you can use to help you along with your investing journey. If you did get some value from this video and you use any of these tools, please leave it a like down below, comment which is your favorite tool and maybe some tools that you use that I haven't mentioned in this video. Other than that, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I shall catch you guys in the next video. Take care.